Alright, Playboys, we back. And normally this is where the time of the season comes around where I do a defense showcase for AR, but honestly, I'm like so sick of the defense showcases. It's always me showing off the same exact team and always people fighting it and making the exact same mistakes. So I was doing my offense fights here and I found something pretty interesting. So we're up against this guy here, Kitty94. And this is his defense. I'm actually not sure if we're going to be able to beat this. Mainly because he's got this fallen female Alear over here with twin near save. And she's also got the Hardy Bearing ring, or Hardy Bearing seal there. And we got the Sigurd ring on her. Not sure why Sigurd ring was the choice. But I guess Erica ring does nothing because she already brave attacks anyway. So yeah, he pretty well protected for the most part. He's got the Hex Trap there. Although the Hex Trap is, I don't even think it's viable because it's too easy to break through it. All you need is over 65 HP, which all of my offensive units are able to do here. We have this baby Camilla who's over 65 HP. We've got this Emblem Erica who gets over 65 HP, and then also the Valentine Edelgard. Those are my three major offensive player phasers. So I'm going to try this with the Camilla team. I think she's the best suited to be able to do it. Also, this is the rest of the setup he's got here. He has Cancel Curb on Ninja Saline, who is also at plus 10, and also running the Omni-Tank build for her with Miracle, so that should be interesting. Then we have the Valentine Rhea as a far save this time around with the Shield Fighter and Marth Ring Aegis combo. I'm not really the biggest fan of Shield Fighter anymore, though, because especially not for far saves, where the Attuned Alm just eats them alive. Alright, then he's got King Freyr there, which makes sense, and then also Lay Radar, also with Shield Fighter and Sacred Cowl. I guess that's in the event that, like, people are trying to snipe her, or snipe him with, like, Emblem Lyn or something. Now, King Freyr is going to miss out on Haythrun, so one alternate option you could do, I'm not going to do it because that's not, like, one of my teams, but if you have, like, somebody with Undefended, like Bride Embla, who could set that up on Haythrun, or the Arcane Layla, and then you have like Emblem Lyn or whoever your Lyn Ring recipient is, you could just snipe his Haythrun and force his units to mobilize without having to go through this very scary fallen female Alear there. Or an alternate option, which seems to work against everything, is just run friggin' Duo Marth and have him face tank everything because he's invincible. Would have been real nice if I could get him. Okay, but we're going to go in here. We're going to start things off with the Camilla team. Let's also turn the animations on, I guess, here, because we're going to be playing offense. So let's see. Like I said, guys, I'm not sure at the moment if we're going to be able to even beat this Alear, but let's see. So we can beat the Hex Trap, we can warp right in, and we can't even touch her, like I thought. So we're going to need to come up with a plan B here if that's the case. Now, we are getting debuffed a little bit. Let's see here. Okay, so we are hit by Sabotage, it looks like, and that's pretty much it. We can go ahead and dance on Camilla, but I don't think that's really going to change anything. We can't attack his Camilla over there. We could attack his Haythrun. Let's see if we do this. I don't think this is going to make much of a difference. And even if it would have, it wouldn't matter because the Gravity Trap is right there anyway. So that's out of the question. Yeah, so pretty hardcore, right? Like, it's as I thought. The fallen female Alear is pretty real. All right, so what are we gonna do now? Let's have a little bit of a think here. Yeah, because if we're not able to just like blow her up with Camilla, we don't really have many options. I'm gonna try to dance with Peony. Okay, we can't warp. Yeah, because he's also got Warp Bubble too. So we might actually even just wait a turn here. We don't necessarily lose anything out from waiting a turn, so I guess we can go ahead and do that. Yeah, we'll just wait this turn out, see what happens here. I would have liked to mobilize on turn 1 there, but I mean, it is what it is. And it is pretty rare that we come across a hardy defense like this. Look, I haven't used a single ladder. I haven't even upgraded my ladder to level 8 yet, because, I mean, offense is such a complete joke. But every now and again, you do come across stuff like this that is worthwhile to take a look at in deeper depth. Okay, yeah, even with the dance, we are just no match. So we can't do anything to this Alear here. Like I said, the move would probably be trying a bait strat as opposed to a player phase strat. But the moment I have to use a bait strat, I've already lost. Like, I'm not interested in doing that. So, yeah, this touche, Kitty94, you got me here. All right, let's... I mean, they're not going to mobilize either. It's not like we could try to bait somebody. And even if we did try to bait somebody, it would end up being Camilla because she's got the highest reach. And we don't really have anyone here who could bait her, potentially. Lin Ring on Haythrune. Yeah, there's no chance. Her range is going to overlap with Camilla there, so we wouldn't even be able to bait her by herself. So, yeah, touche, man. Pretty good defense. I also do not have Fallen Female Alear. I wasn't able to summon on that banner because... I had no orbs because of the Duo Marth situation. So, yeah, I guess we just eat the L here. Alright, Felix comes in. He ain't doing nothing. If Camilla can't beat this Alear, ain't no way this kid is beating Alear. But I guess maybe we could give him a chance. Like, at least let him try, right? Yeah, we'll go ahead and see if he can do anything. He can live. He can attack and live, which... It's not really going to help us, though, because he's got the Hex Trap there. Huh. Yeah, because if we attack and live, then we would mobilize his units and they would start coming in. And then if we separate them from the pack, we might have a chance, but... Doing that and also staying away from Camilla is easier said than done here. Let's see here. We actually fare a little better if we attack from over there, but... I mean, what good does that do us? Not really any. And then also, we got to be aware of him having Canto Curb on Saline there. So, even if I were to have Camilla go in there, neutralize his X-Trap, and then Canto her away, we'd only be able to Canto right there. So then I'd still have to find a way to get Camilla out of the way. Huh. I mean, this is going to take a little too much thinking when we've got so many ladders that we could still use. Yeah, at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Let's just get rid of that. Okay, Felix would live. He can engage in combat with her and then survive. He's going to be hit by isolation, though, so he wouldn't be able to, like, get out of the way or anything after that. So, like, now it would be a matter of how do we get Camilla out of the way, which... we could do some shenanigans with Peony. This guy should still have one more action, I think. Yeah, because he spawned in with the, like, reinforcement slot, so we could put him right there. We can go ahead and do this. Get her out of the way. And then we need to find a way to make... Actually, how does Felix fare against Camilla? Probably not too great, right? We could try to Omni-Tank Camilla with Felix, but I don't think that's going to work out too well. Yeah, because, like, the plan that I would have right now is try to have Felix do something against Alear, but... I guess we can try. Like, we can give Felix a shot here. Now, we also want to make sure that Camilla is only able to attack Felix if we are going to do that. So... Alright, what is her reach again? 6 spaces? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we want to do this. But also we have to get Peony out of the way now, too. Actually, can we get Peony out of the way? I don't think so. Maybe not anymore. Huh. Yeah, and then Hathrune's able to warp too, because I was thinking I could put like Felix there, and then Camilla wouldn't be able to warp there because there's a Panic Manor there, and then like Camilla and Alear would have to player phase into Felix, but Hathrune would warp in and just attack my Peony because she's going to get hit by a sign decoy there with Lay Radar. Yeah, it would be real nice if I had Kanto on one more person here. Oh, he can wait a second. He can use reposition now. Felix can use reposition. That does help. Yeah, he voided himself having isolation because he moved with the extra action from the reinforcement slot. That's an interaction I didn't even consider. But yeah, so Camilla, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right there, that's her maximum reach. So we can actually do this. Right? But then, I mean, who's the nearest to Lay Radar? We got to make sure whoever that is going to be the one getting hit by his assigned decoy, so Milla doesn't like try to save for Felix. And this is a whole lot of nothing we're doing here because it's not like any of these idiots are tanking Camilla in the first place. All right, we'll repo Peony down. And then we'll put Air over there. And then a sign decoy from Lay Radar is going to hit Air and Peony. And then the lowest defense, who's got the lowest defense? Is going to be my Camilla, actually. Yeah, so that we might have to... I might actually go ahead and do this. Yeah, so now Guinevere is the closest to Lay Radar, so these two are going to get hit by a sign decoy. Now Felix is safe. Okay, let's see here. I should have done everything right, I think. Alright, can Felix do it, though? I doubt it. Yeah, one shot. He didn't even stand a chance. Alright, yeah, like I said, a whole lot of deliberation to do absolutely nothing, right? Alright, it's cool. Yeah, I didn't think I was winning this fight the moment I saw what we were getting ourselves into from the start. Alright, I guess we can go ahead and do another one. We can, like, wrap up my offense for the season while we're here. Alright, actually, that was a legitimate ladder. That's rare. Like, how often do I ever have to use a legitimate ladder? Like, there's times where I pop a ladder where I'm just, like, goofing up. But that was a real hard-ass ladder. So you'll love to see it. Okay, this guy here, he's got Legendary Deirdre Remixed. He got Sakura. It's not even Earth Season, but I guess okay. Alright, not Ira. Legendary Ira. Hell. Oh, no. Yeah, you know this guy's done for. He ain't even got near save anywhere to speak of. He ain't even got, like, Warp Bubble anywhere to speak of. This is gonna be a wrap. We're just gonna Edelgard this guy to death. Gonna take a little bit of time, though, because first I'm gonna want to clear out some of these structures here that are in the way. Alright, yeah, let's just clear out these structures one by one. Also, we can snipe with this kid. He's got the Lin Ring. No rings anywhere. I mean, man, it's like most of my offenses, I run into teams like this. This is why I also don't like showing off offense. Well, not only the fact that I have to play on my iPad or my iPhone instead of my iPad, which it's more comfortable to record a video on the iPad, but like when the offenses are like this, like what are we learning out of this? Not really anything. So it's kind of a like moot point to even do a fight like this. All right, so that's one action. That's two actions. Alright, that's three actions. And then this last one is our last action here. So we'll just go ahead and take out... Or should we just, like, hide? We could also hide if we wanted to. We can take out Hell with Rune. We'll go ahead and do that. What is the point of me having the animations turned on if I'm just gonna skip them anyway, right? Like, I mean, this is how I usually play. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll just play it cool right now. We'll just take our time here. Alright, then we'll repo her out of the way. Make sure, like, no +1 movement antics are going to happen here. Alright, just get her down there. And I have to get the pots in this fight, too. So, earlier in the season, I won a fight, but I missed the pots. So, yeah, we're going to have to make sure we get that sorted out. Alright, just take out note. Yeah, we can play. I guess we'll play the animation. Why not? Alright, we'll go ahead and take out this Sakura over there. Alright, we'll leave Deirdre all by her lonesome right there. We'll let Wylia live. We won't put her out of her misery just yet. Alright, get Felix to... Oh, we could actually win right now. Hold on. Yeah, I forgot Felix spawned in, so we can just get rid of that, and then there you go. Alright, so uneventful fight. We got one more to go. Let's see what this one looks like, if it's any good. Okay, so we are up against Rore. Huh. Yeah, another easy one. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Unfortunately. Doesn't Yunaka have Fire Sweep? Why is he giving her Wind Sweep? I could have swore she had Fire Sweep. I guess she doesn't. Yeah, actually, I guess she doesn't. I could have swore she had Fire Sweep, but I guess not. Alright, sure. If she doesn't, then that means that is a good choice of a beast skill for her. Alright, other than that, though, doesn't look like anything too crazy here. Fierce Beast King Freyr, though, that's pretty cool. You know, an Ector Deer died for this, because he's got Excel also. Alright, then Kanto Control Emblem Celica. Alright, yeah, I mean, all this is real cute and all, but, I mean, Camilla, Edelgard, so many possibilities that we could go for here. I think we'll go for Camilla. We'll give her her second win since she got her ass beat just now. Now, one possibility I could do with my Camilla is give her Haze Slice. I'm running Gale Force right now because it's just better. For Aether Raid's offense, I think it's just better. But if you need her to bust through something hardcore like a fallen female Alear like we ran into, Haze Slice would probably do her a little more justice. Okay, so first and foremost, why don't we go ahead and get rid of the healing tower over there. Where is his catapult, if he even has one? Alright, nowhere to be seen, so we're good on that front. So basically, it's just a matter of getting out of the way. Alright, we can go ahead and do all of that, and then... Oh. Interesting. Okay, so Rhea tanking Camilla there. That doesn't really happen too often, but... Okay, now look what's happening. Now we can't warp. Wait, so... Oh, she can't warp because I have acrobatics on her. I don't have, like, flyer formation. I could definitely position my units a little better here on this turn 1 to where we would have been able to just, like, set this up much better. Alright, we'll just play it cool, though. We'll wait for the next turn, and then we'll start going in. Okay, so Camilla unable to do anything against Rhea, surprisingly. If we dance, that's probably not the case anymore, though, because now we're not debuffed. And it's actually, wow, still the case. Huh. Well. Camilla, what are you doing here? You letting us down twice now? Mama? What happened? Okay, so higher ground lay radar. Lower ground Rhea. So, I mean, that's already questionable. Running this guy as a far save. I was running him as a near save. I thought that might have been a decent shot. But, like, I don't know about his odds at being a far save, though. Yeah, wow. This is the first time Camilla's, like, actually failed me against Rhea. That is very interesting. And we danced already. We took off any possible debuffs she had. We got the rune support and everything. Wow. Well. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Maybe he's getting some extra support from one of these guys that we can avoid her having. Yeah, it's probably going to be the exact same, though, if we attack, like, any of these other units. Wow. I was thinking we were going to wash this fight so easily, and then that was just not the case. Huh. Oh, hold on. You know what? This guy, doesn't he debuff the more units that we have active that have, like, Discord active? Like, let's see here. If we just end a bunch of actions, do we do any better? Nah. Okay, so that's out of the question. I guess we could try attacking Lyn. He does have Kanto control on Celica, though, so I wouldn't be able to get, like break that and then get all the way out of the way. Wow, we might have to actually wait for Felix. We're going to have to wait for Felix. Imagine that. Waiting for Felix. Alright, Felix, come save us. Alright, so we can start. We can just have him go in there. He can attack Rhea, but that doesn't really do us any good. Alright, Rune does nothing there against Lay Radar. We're about to pop a second ladder. This one, though, I feel like this one is like one of those goofy ladders where I could have definitely avoided. Probably should have used Edelgard for this one instead of Camilla. Alright, we'll try this. Let's see what happens. Alright, yeah, still can't do it. What is her support range? Let's see here. Oh, she doesn't even give stat support. She just gives 7 HP heal support. What the hell? Alright, that's whack. Milla does give support, though. Milla gives support in... What is it? Allies in 7 rows and 7 columns. So if we put her over there, it would be 3 rows up, 1, 2... Yeah, okay, so we could actually do this. And then Rhea's Miracle kicks in. Wow. God damn. That is something. Maybe it's because I'm running the Squad Ace seal on her. Normally, when I run her, I have, like, Clash or Blade Session, and that allows her to just, like, get the extra power needed to win. That is very interesting. Good lord, man. Alright, yeah, I guess we lose. And then he's got too much range with Lyn, Yunaka, Celica. There's no hiding from all of that. Alright, yeah, touche. Alright, okay, we actually ended up getting some interesting footage here for the offense. Alright, let's see here. Maybe we get a good fight this time. Let's see. Kind of similar. We got Marth, though. I so wish I could go back in time and spark him instead of Elm. Alright, Rhea we got for save, and then we have Mortis for save. Alright, this time around, I don't think Rhea is going to be able to get the best of Camilla like she did last time. Alright, Camilla, this is your last chance. I'm about to end the video if you lose again. Alright, come on, don't do us like that. Alright, so we're going to have to dance her. Well, actually, his knot is completely susceptible there. Yeah, we would just smite up. I have smite on Milla. We could just smite up. Because he doesn't have near save protecting Loki or not over there. And Loki is turning off bonuses, but I don't even care. Yeah, so from here we can start doing some stuff. We can put in some work from over there. So let's see. We can figure out a way to get that done. Yeah, probably something like this. All right, so we repo up. All right, that wasn't the trap. Obviously, that's where the trap is. All right, just smite up. All right, nobody cares. All right, get rid of not there. All right, we get our Gale Force to kick in. Yeah, and then we're just safe now. We can just like go ahead and pull all the way back, and then would be a good idea for us to get Rune in a spot where he could snipe somebody, but we'll have to take out Fomortis first for that to work. All right, let's see here. He does have Camilla, so we can't. I was going to put a unit there, but then Camilla's going to snipe him. Yeah, I guess we just wait like this. Give it a turn here. Alright, so Camilla now, we can take out Loki. Still can't take out Rhea, but at this point, if I were to dance her, I think she'd take out Rhea. Which would be a pretty big help if we did that. Now, why don't we start with Loki first? Let's get rid of Loki. Alright, and then we'll just cancel all the way back to safety there. Would have been real good if this guy had cancel control on his saline there. Just break some more structures, get those out of the way. Alright, so Felix is coming in next turn. We're not really going to be able to avoid that happening. So I guess we'll just try to break more stuff. More vandalism. Alright, so here comes Felix now. With all the actions that he gets. This guy has Warp Bubble on Rhea. So... okay, now Camilla finally decides to get her second win and finally pummel this Rhea here. I think she was getting drive buffs from the Note that we just took out earlier, right? Like, Note gives drive stats to allies. Also, incited support, which could be pretty helpful for her there. So, alright, now we just take out all of that. We're going to have to save Marth for last. Alright, let's go ahead and start getting in with Felix here. We can get rid of Camilla. Alright, yeah, we don't want her running around. And then Marth. I don't think Marth is going to be able to reach us because he's going to move first here, right? Yeah, Marth is going to move first. He has no assist. So, he's not going to reach anybody. We can just pull back now. Just get everybody all the way back to the starting line. Alright, and then Felix, where do we want him? I guess over there is good. We can also repo him in. Yeah, we're good. Alright, yeah, whatever. No one cares. Okay, we do have to find a way to maneuver around Marth, though. Okay, Felix should be good against Fomortis. Yep. Alright, just take out him. And we can also take out Saline and then take out Marth. Oh, we can take out Marth right now, actually. What is the difference there? Because he's still got... I mean, he's got one ally still close by, right? Does he need more than one ally? How many allies does he require to be able to get his stuff to go off? Or maybe it's because there's less total bonuses to go around here. Because he's only got 2 allies with, like, +7 to everything. If Fomortis was there, he was getting more, like, bonuses. Alright, just get rid of him. Then we get our Gale Force and... do we want to go for extra credit and get the pots? I mean, we could. Or we could just get the hell out of here right now. Yeah, because I don't need the pots anymore. This is the last fight. So, yeah, there you guys go. We had an interesting first fight, which at least that I wanted to showcase because I knew we were going to low-key get wrecked by that one. So we end the season off all the way over here in rank 267. And we did take one lift loss instance over here where we got a minus 85. But, man, the rest of these defenses were not interesting at all. I guess we could watch the loss just to see. Yeah, but not really any changes whatsoever to the team I'm running here. Okay, he's gonna... Yeah, I mean, this is a known weakness. The blind spot on the left-hand corner, which certain units can take advantage of. Not a lot, but there are units that can. All right, yeah, just warp in with Camilla, take out Rhea, and then that's GG at this point. All right, we can also turn off the animations now. And yeah, we'll just let this one play out, and then we will end the video there. So let me know what you guys were able to do in this season of AR. Did you run into any menaces like the one we just saw there with the fallen female Alear and the... What was it? Far Save Rhea? I don't know if Far Save Rhea is the way to go, but... certainly that female Alear, the fallen one. I might actually dip in and try to summon her on that banner, because I did actually want them. It's just that when the banner dropped, I had no orbs because of Dual Marth. So I might be able to try to get them now if I tried to summon on that fallen banner. It's always kind of weird, though, summoning on the fallen banners, because you know that those units are going to be in the regular pool afterwards. So... I think it's best suited to save your orbs for the limited units like the legendaries and the mythics and like the seasonal units that are really only around once, and then when they come back, it's going to be 6 months into the future when they suck and you don't even want them anymore. Like, that's exactly what's going to happen to Dual Marth. He's going to come back like 6 months later and I'm not even going to want him anymore. So, yeah, there you guys go. That wraps us up for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.